Um, I think we're recording. Yeah, we're recording. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the share screen. You can see it, right?
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna do kind of the same thing, but kind of not the same thing. We're gonna start off the same. So I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked you last time. And you can pretty much expect that I'm gonna do this every time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, what do you remember most from last time?
The first biggest one would be that the political science is the science. I don't know, like it's the biggest thing probably. And well, who else were we discussing? Then it's been like 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
a lot of stuff had been missed. Um, what else I'd say? Let me go through the notes, but more likely about what makes people happy and how to achieve it. Like what is actually is that happiness. I remember we were talking about the music again,
Mm-hmm.
and but more likely that's the science of sciences, or like the top of the top.
Yeah.
With the Malista stuff, it's the best for now in that comparison degree, I'd
Yeah,
say.
and do you remember where he left us?
Um, I think yeah, I do. I remember how page looked like.
All right.
The words.
Let's find it. Let's find it. But you said um your very first response was the politics.
Yep.
That's kind of where he left us, wasn't it? And so like it seems like politics, political science is the highest science, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, while I scroll down, I want you to think of a word which I know you've heard before, but now you're going to hear it for the first time. Ready?
Yeah. Idamani.
No, not that. No, don't get fancy.
Okay.
Cosmopolitan.
Okay. My definition, right?
No, just
No?
think about the word while I'm just scrolling through that. But think about the word. Now you know what it means in a way that you didn't know what it meant before, I think. Cosmopolitan. What does it mean?
Cosmopolis is the place. I know that it's like the city.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmo is like what again? Cosmos like stars, skies, or Cosmo is something different.
No, it's Cosmo.
Cos. What is
Cosmo.
Cosmo?
No, you got it. Don't
Universe.
don't don't get fancy.
Cosmo is something big, right?
No, it's the cosmos.
The same Cosmo, right? Okay.
It's the Greek word for the cosmos, like the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So remember what we know, like a human is by nature a political animal.
Right. Yeah.
So now think of this word cosmopolitan.
It's like universal place, universal village. I don't know. Universal city.
Sure. Not universal.
Like
Cosmos.
cosmologic.
Wait, dude, look at your hand.
Okay.
Look at
Which
it. I'm saying, look, I don't care which one. You're right or
okay.
you're left. Look at both.
Look at what?
Look at both of them. I don't care which one.
Ah, okay, okay.
What are they made out of?
Uh, Leather atoms, and if you go deeper,
Atoms? Okay, tell me about atoms.
and the quads. I don't know.
You're just making shit up now because you don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
The universe as we know it,
Say that?
the universe as we know it physically is made up of what? Like, oh, sorry, is that thing? You can see that? I don't know.
Try to click on it.
Um, I can tell it's kind of slow day for you. So, stars and you, what do you have in common? Don't think too hard. Just be quick about
Maybe again, if you go, you mean like the question would be, you mean like scientifically, that one, the information that we have, like atom stuff, or more
it.
like empirically,
Like your chemistry.
chemistry? Again, hydrogen probably,
Yeah, hydrogen, carbon.
carbon, maybe some oxygen. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So think of that word cosmopolitan.
Okay.
Cosmo, cosmo. And then think of Aristotle's definition of human as by nature political. And then think of the word cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan.
Cosmological, political.
Yeah, yeah, cosmological, political. So we think of politics as like cities, states, whatever, or cosmopolitan. What if the society we belong to is cosmological? Are you with me, man?
Yep, I'm thinking.
Okay. What are you thinking about?
I'm just thinking like how that would apply. Like how, so does it mean like
Well, do
if,
you belong to Bishkek? Do you belong
yeah,
to Kyrgyzstan?
I do.
Do you belong to Central Asia?
Yeah,
Do you belong to Asia?
yeah. And goes to the earth,
Do
right?
you belong to the Earth?
And goes, I remember the episode from Simpsons again. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, do you know the author James Joyce?
No.
James Joyce has this book called the Portrait the or Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. It's like kind of autobiographical, kind of.
Uh-huh.
And there's this moment where he's just a kid in the story. And he's like, my name is this, my address is this, and it just gets larger and larger and larger and larger. Like,
Oh.
you know. So I just wanted you to think of the idea of Aristotle's definition of humans as being by nature political, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then also thinking of the word cosmopolitan. Because when people use it, they think like, oh, that's very cosmopolitan, like you've been around, or you know. But if you think about it literally, it's like cosmopolitan. It's like I belong to the cosmos. That's my city.
Hmm. It's interesting how we changed the definition of the word. Because when I was learning English, they told me cosmopolitan means like diverse, like containing many ethnicities, cultures. That's what
Yeah.
like the cosmopolitan city meant.
Yes, but I mean, it's not wrong in a way. Like it's
Uh,
contained in there,
okay, it's like a subset.
but it's not. It doesn't really explain the word itself.
Hmm.
See what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so all right, I just wanted to throw that in there before we start looking at the text. So I think we were here, right?
Art is a sort of play. I think yes. You know what? I can go to previous video, maybe check from there.
No, it's okay. I mean, I think let's just don't worry about it. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. We're okay.
It was book one.
But yeah, we're. Oh yeah, dude. We're. I don't know if we're. I mean, we both might die before we finish.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting life though. So
Well, so I think what we were doing was maybe we're up here.
wait, where are we? Oh,
Okay, here let's go book one, chapter two, section two.
that no, that's good care. Great. Wait, four. Oh, right. Yes, we have read this part.
Yeah, we about the archers,
Yep, the Nicomachean assigns the highest.
and then it seems proper to the most controlling. There you go. Remember?
Is yep. Controlling science.
Yeah, the highest Melissa ruling science, and this appears. Remember, appears
Yeah, was it like what was it?
characteristic of political science, right?
Mm-hmm. It's the one prescription, generalship.
Yeah, good. Okay, so read. Yeah, let's start from section six here and start.
Okay.
Let's now. I want to do something a little bit different with you, Bakyuti, today.
All right.
You see how I do. Like, we'll read a sentence and then I'll ask a question.
Uh-huh.
I want you to do that. Let's read a sentence and then you ask the question.
All right.
Okay? Give it,
Let's
give it a shot. I'm here to help you.
all right.
So right here, section six, four it is, and then go ahead, read it, and then ask the question.
Okay, let's go. So for it's the one that prescribes which of the sciences ought to be studied in cities and which ones each class in the city should learn and how far. Indeed, we see that even the most honored capacities, generalship, household management, rhetoric, for instance, are subordinate to it. I think we've read it again. I remember it. Yeah, and but my question,
Yeah.
okay,
What's your
what the question
question?
I would ask? So,
Imagine you're me and I'm you.
hmm I would ask, let me read it again. But it's so, what it's the
Read it out loud.
for it's the one that prescribes
What's
which
so? What I would do is I would say, "What's the one?"
what is the one, right?
What does he mean?
What do you guys guess? What is the one?
Not the. You're not teaching a class.
No, I mean just imagining,
You just talk. Yeah, don't do that. You're just talking to me.
Okay, what
Chill
is
out.
the
Chill
yeah?
out. It is what it is the one.
Mm-hmm. For it's the one that prescribes which of the sciences ought to be studied in cities and which ones each class in the city should learn and how far. Indeed, we see that even the most honored capacities, generalship, household management, rhetoric, for instance, are subordinate to it. First question, like, what is the again that one? And they
Yeah.
say, when the one, how does it actually do
Oh,
it?
if you ask, if you were, if fuck you, if you're asking me what is the one, I would go to the previous sentence and say the one is political science.
Yeah.
Political science is the one that prescribe which of the sciences ought to be studied in cities.
Uh-huh.
That's my answer.
Okay. And I would say how, but it's gonna be more. No.
Go ahead.
How does it actually do that? How come that it has that much power? Like, how did it appear to be the biggest?
Well, according to Aristotle, up here he says it's the highest ruling science. It's the highest ruling branch of knowledge. So it's the branch of knowledge that tells everyone else what to do.
My question would be, how did he understand that? How did he realize that? What, like,
I don't
uh,
know. It it seems like he says in section 3, uh, if so, we should try to grasp in outline what the good is and which is its proper science capacity. And then he says it seems to be, or in section 5, he says it appears to be political science. I don't know.
the Pierce one. The
Why
Pierce.
did when he says appears, what is why? What who told him that?
Yes.
Do,
Who
do,
did?
do you know?
No. Maybe his scholars, like teachers, or maybe that his observation.
Yeah, or yeah, okay. So you think Aristotle said it appears to be political science because someone told him so? Bakyuti.
Mm, I guess so. Maybe he was somehow,
So
but
if I told you that the science of, I don't know, mm, what's a good one? Knowledge of, well, just go to pottery. Pottery is the most important science. Fuck you.
I wouldn't believe.
Why not?
Because it's not.
How do you know?
Because I don't feel the effects of it. I don't kind of.
What do you mean you don't feel the effects of it?
I mean,
Are you drinking a cup of anything right now?
no. I mean, I don't have this. Maybe
Have you
uh,
ever had a cup of tea or a cup of coffee?
I did.
Yeah, it's important, right?
Huh. Depends. Okay, so it's probably not that someone told him.
All right, so but compare pottery to political science. So pottery science, we've established before that when we're dealing with the word science in ancient Greek, we're dealing with knowledge or a skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not science.
Yeah.
So if I say to you pottery is the most important science, and you say no, Aristotle is saying it seems like political science is the most important science. Defend Aristotle.
Mm-hmm.
How would you I say pottery, you say politics. What's
How would
your
I defend? I
yeah.
would say, um, let me think. What are the laws to create, like maybe a pot? Does it does can laws of the city or just village impact how the pottery is actually made? Are any restrictions, or maybe like even more? So
Okay, wait a second. Okay, I changed my mind. It's not pottery, it's horsemanship. That's the most important science.
okay, then I would say probably, well, it depends on how many horses you can have. and like how you breed the horse. Maybe I changed the rule changes, so you're not actually allowed to have the horse,
Let's
right?
read section 6 again. Go for it.
Then does knowledge of this
No,
good?
no, for it is this one.
For it's the one that prescribes
What's the
which,
one? Political science, right?
what's the political science that prescribes which of the science ought to be studied in cities and which ones each class in the city should learn and how far. That's the cult. How far? Indeed, we see that even the most honored capacities, generalship, household management, rhetoric, for instance, are subordinate to it. Yep, that makes sense a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean, the examples from which I gave, I mean, like the defendant, how I defended.
No, you failed.
Okay.
Read section 7.
Okay. And was there since it uses the other sciences concerned with action and moreover legislates what must be done and what awaited, its end will include the ends of the other sciences. And so this will be the human good. First question would be concerned with action. Why there's an asterisk and how what is the concerned with action?
Well, you want me to? I don't know where to scroll. I might
I
have
think
to.
it's the end of the book.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it's
yeah.
okay. We'll deal with it later. I'll make a note.
Yeah. And since it uses the other science concerned with action, and
This is
action,
this is your recursive thing, isn't it?
yeah,
All right.
like the,
Explain it to me, brother.
yep. So it's like the base of the base
And since
from
what's it?
the political science,
Good uses. Note the use of the word use.
right? It
The other
used,
sciences.
uh-huh, concerned with action, and moreover legislates what
What
must be done.
what? How would you? What does legislate mean? Let's just get this out of the way.
Legislates.
Don't look it up.
Kind of dictates, like I would say, like sets the rules.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's the rule. That's fine. Yeah.
What must be done and what avoided. So it's like the moral police, like police officer, or I don't know. Its end will include the ends of the other sciences.
What does
That's
that? What does that mean?
it
Do,
says its borders. It's the border. You cannot like the borders of the political science are the borders of the other sciences. Like
what do you mean by borders?
uh, maybe what can be what can go far and can go not far. I mean, just what can be studied or cannot be studied. Like in when he says in section 6, which one each class in the city should learn and how far.
Okay.
So maybe something like that. So it's the one who sets the farness, I would say, of it. And yeah,
The ends are the borders,
its end will include the ends.
or you could think of the four causes too. Remember the four causes?
Yep. What was the materialist? Efficient. Hold on, wait. It's just yeah. It's like the idea from what, why, material for malice, efficient, and talus.
What's that last one?
Talus. It's like why. It's the end. And
Okay, reread the sentence.
And since it uses the other science concerned with action and moreover legislates what must be done and what avoided, its end will include why. Its why will include the whys, the other sciences.
So, so if we looked at it from the perspective of the four causes, maybe it would be like the the purpose or the ends or the goals, right? The telos
Uh-huh.
of these other sciences is the is actually like they have their own. That's the recursive thing that you discussed. They have their own little final causes,
Mm-hmm.
but their higher ultimate cause is the political end. Or no, you don't see it. It's okay if you don't see it. Then just say no. I don't see it.
I I think I'm kind of blue. I see it, but blue in the bluish way, you know.
It's blurry.
Yeah, but
Why? Why? What's blurry?
it's the blurry way, like more like the how question.
Well, I think
Yeah, but I did answer it. Yep. I think it's not now. It's clear actually. Then
what's clear.
it's that it's why. Let me change the word "and" with the why. Like tell
Yeah,
us.
use whatever words you want, but you explain it to me, brother. You explain it however you want.
Yep.
I'm listening.
Its why will include the whys of the other sciences.
Okay.
So the purpose, I would say,
Mhm.
will include the purposes of others. How would I explain?
When you say others, what do you like? We don't mean other people. It's like the others of, well, maybe you do, but like the other things that people devote themselves to doing, their actions, those goals also have a higher goal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like the goal has some like sort of like the priority, or I don't know, like this
Hmm.
place, and then
So there, let's say there's a dude. He's in his, I don't know. He's in his apartment playing video games,
okay.
and in his video game, he's trying to shoot people. Not in real life. He's just shooting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that's his immediate goal, right?
Yeah.
He wants to win the game, I guess. I don't even know. Can people, Bakyuti, actually, this is a sincere question because I don't know. When I was a kid, you could actually win video games. Like you'd you'd buy a game and you play it and you could win it.
Mm-hmm.
That, but I'm not sure if that still exists.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, there are levels at the end. You just win. Yeah, it still exists. I don't play as well, so yeah.
okay. Well, you say there are levels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but do they just keep going?
Some games do, but mostly they end for after several hours.
But like, is there any moment where like the game stops and it's like, okay, you've completed, you've won.
Yeah, there is.
With the online gaming?
Not online, but like just a game with the missions. I don't know, with the specific minuses. But the online does never ends. Actually, you play with other people, I guess. Because I don't play games.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the ones they never end. They keep going. You can keep playing like for forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Do you think I'm just asking you this because I want to talk to you about video games?
No, for sure. So yeah, I think okay. It will include the ends of the
Maybe
other.
read section 7 again.
Okay, and since it uses the other sciences, and since it uses the other sciences concerned with action, and moreover legislates what must be done and what avoided, its end will include the ends of the other sciences. And
You
so
you almost said game, didn't you? Or maybe I just heard you
I guess I did I didn't know that its purpose will include the purposes of the other sciences.
wrong. Yeah, but wait, look, and so this will be the human good.
This, yep.
That's, I mean, wait, think about that. What the hell? And so this will be the human good? I mean, you don't just end a sentence that way. That's an
Yeah.
absurd, it's a huge way to end a sentence. Like, so this is the human good. Wait, what? What's the human good? We're talking about kids playing video games online, and you're describing to me a situation where, yeah, no, okay, you just go level up, level up, level up, level up, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. And you at some point said, well, it involves other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Humans are by nature political animals, right?
Yeah.
And so this will be the human good. I don't know what that means. Do you?
No, no, it doesn't make sense. No. Should we continue with reading? Maybe he'll answer then.
That's a mistake.
Is it? Okay.
No, go back and read the sentence again. Don't go forward, go back.
All right. And
I
since,
promise you you're gonna know exactly what he means.
okay. And since it uses the other sciences concerned with action.
Concerned with action. Okay, so probably the that asterisk, that star, I'll just take a guess.
Okay.
It it it's probably some problem with the word praxis. And praxis is where we get the word practical, which is also where we get the word practice, like action, like human action. Like,
Uh-huh.
so, and since it uses the other sciences concerned with action, in other words, activity, like things that we do, and that could be anything, like swimming, jumping up and down, playing football, teaching, anything that involves activity. So it's a pretty problem. It's confusing because it's like, well, anything we do involves something we do, obviously. But and then if you go back, and since it uses the other sciences concerned with action, so let me ask you this question, Bakyuti.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell by your voice you're tired. I we won't go forever on this one, okay? Look,
No, no, no.
look,
It's interesting.
look, 3 is just below us. let's get there, okay?
Okay.
You see it?
Ye-
Yeah. Have hope.
Yeah.
Okay. um, but let me ask you this. Like for example, do you know we have this expression in English like practice makes perfect.
I think I know what the meaning is actually. Yeah.
Do you have a similar expression in Russian or Kyrgyz?
I don't think I don't remember any. You can find an analogy.
Okay, but if I say practice makes perfect, what does that mean to you?
You said perfect, right?
Practice makes perfect. That's the English expression.
Okay, practice make. So it's like just basically what it says. The more time you practice, the more it gets, the more better it becomes, and like it it approaches the perfect line.
Okay, read section 7 again.
Okay, video games practice. And since it uses the other sciences concerned with practice, and moreover legislates what must be done and what avoided, its purpose will include the purposes of the other sciences. And so this will be the human good. Wow.
I mean, it's a ridiculous statement. Practice makes perfect. How, like, when I the that expression was used to me when I was growing up as like if I'm what's your favorite sport, Bakyuti?
Uh,
Football?
it's actually it's competitive programming,
No,
but
I mean physical sport.
boxing probably.
Boxing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did boxing.
All right, cool. All right. So, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm left-handed.
Are you?
Yeah.
So am I.
Yep, I saw it.
Okay, so all right, so do you box left-handed or right-handed?
Oh, left-handed.
Okay. So that means that your right foot is forward
Yep.
and your right hand is a little bit forward and you jab with your right.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's the opposite of most people.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why they
Trust me,
hated
I understand.
they hated me.
Okay, yeah, because it's confusing. It's like, wait, he's not at the right side. It's like, yeah.
Yep, but I loved it.
All right, so when now think about when you trained for boxing.
Okay.
Can you actually like how do you how do you make your right jab and your left uppercut better? What do you have to do? You have to practice, right?
Yes.
And you have to keep practicing over
Mhm.
and over
Mhm.
and over, right?
Yeah,
Until you're exhausted, right?
exactly.
Did did you ever make it perfect?
Never. It never gets. It's like can always it's always improving, probably.
Right. So that expression, practice makes perfect, is a complete lie.
It is.
Read section 7 again.
Okay. And since it uses the other sciences concerned
Think
with
of boxing now. Think of
okay.
your example, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And
Practice.
since it uses the other sciences concerned with action and moreover legislates what must be done and what awaited, its end will include the ends of the other sciences. Here part that's the tricky part. And so this will be the human good.
Right.
How can its ends be the ends of the other groups? It's if it's like not
I mean,
like
it's you, but you said it. Like, on day one. You said, "Oh, this is like the recursive mathematical principle, like little things adding up to the larger thing, right?"
Yeah.
No, I mean not literally arithmetically adding up, but like they exist for
Point.
the
Point.
other thing to exist.
What was that?
Are you still there?
Yeah. The connection was lost.
All right. So like those little goals exist for the bigger goal.
Mm-hmm.
So you already have the mathematical principles. You've had it all along. The Aristotle is just trying to figure it out in real time, in a way. It's okay, man. Just read now. Read section 8.
Okay. Um, for even if the good is the same for a city as for an individual, still the good of the city is apparently a greater, more complete good to acquire and preserve. Damn, for a while, it's satisfactory to acquire and preserve the good, even for an individual. It is finer and more divine to acquire and preserve it for a people and for city. And so, since our line of inquiry seeks these goods for an individual and for a community, it's a sort of political science. What? The last question. And so, since our line figure seeks these goods, it's a sort of political science. For me, the word actually like obedience or like morality comes first. Like I don't know, I keep thinking about morality. It's like the
What do you think of the word morality?
it's like when people just say you gotta follow the morals because just following morals will make you good, like feel good. Just it's cool, like in general.
Who says that to you? Your dad, your mom, your uncle, your brother?
It's my people surrounded. Yeah, like probably it was in the even since childhood. My probably the uncles would say that.
Mm.
That's just me. Reminds me of that. For even if the good is the same for a city and for an individual, still the good of the city is apparently a greater and more complete good.
Now I want you to slow down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for even if the good is the same for a city as for an individual, that's a big if. Like, hey, what's good for my city is good for me. Maybe. Says still the good of the city is now watch. Fuck you, please, please.
Uh-huh.
Is look at the words apparently greater, more complete. You see? He's doing
Mm-hmm.
it again.
Comparing, yes,
He's doing
Melissa.
it again. Apparently, it's like it seems like that. So what he, I mean, what Aristotle's doing, so like he's telling us, I'm not. He's saying, me, Aristotle, I'm not convinced, but this is what people seem to be saying, or it would seem to be this way. It would seem to be that what's good for the city is good for me as an individual, apparently. And a greater and more, he doesn't say complete good, he says more complete good.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would he say more complete? Well, I mean, how could complete be more complete than complete?
Yes, like 110% or like oh weird.
It's not
Okay.
mathematically possible.
Yes.
But then he says to acquire and preserve.
Preserve.
That's interesting. to acquire and preserve. Those words are interesting. Think of culture. Think of money.
Okay.
Think of legacy. Now look at for a while it is satisfactory. You know what that means, satisfactory.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To acquire, and then he repeats, to acquire and preserve the good, even for an individual. So even for you, let's say you acquired the good and you preserve the good
Uh-huh.
as an individual. It is finer, again, comparing, right?
Yeah.
It is finer. And then look what he does.
For a while, it is satisfactory.
No, yeah, wait,
Uh-huh.
keep, okay, go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
Yep. For a while, it is satisfactory to acquire and preserve the good, even for an individual. It is finer and more divine to acquire and preserve it
Stop,
for the
wait, stop. It is
more
it is finer.
and more divine.
How do
That's
you
the key.
get more divine than the divine?
Exactly. Like, come on, man. To acquire and preserve it for.
So let's so it seems like what he's going for here is like let's say I'm perfectly let's say I'm Elon Musk. I'm a fucking billionaire, right?
Okay.
I got all the money in the world.
Right.
Why would I do anything?
It's not finite, right? It's like with the boxings again. Does become it's not becoming perfect. It's like
Not
infinite.
becoming perfect. There you go. Hey brother, I'm gonna
Like,
quote you. I'm gonna write down what you said. It's you, it's your quote.
what did I say?
You said it's not becoming perfect. You don't know how profound that is.
It's like so. It's like infinite. The process is getting infinite, so it kind of even
It's
irritating.
I know what you said is in terms of English grammatically incorrect. It's not becoming perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. It that's yeah, that's bad English. But it's good Aristotle. And anyway, Aristotle didn't speak English, he spoke Greek. So
Right.
fuck English.
Well, yeah.
So but remember I told you, right?
Uh-huh.
I told you to pay attention to these more and finer and best and the Melista.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So it seems like what he's doing to us is he's saying like, okay, so no matter how good you have it, there's still this higher thing, this better good beyond you.
Yes.
So now here the last line, and so
And so, since our line of inquiry seeks this
yeah,
good,
so now remember the brackets, that means that Irwin is, so in the Greek it means seek these, and Irwin is just trying to help us out. Seek,
uh-huh,
but
the
let's ignore the brackets.
okay, seeks these. What this? These. It is a sort of political science. Let me change the word, the science for the, I don't know, craft or like action or like knowledge.
Knowledge is good. Let's stick with
Knowledge
that.
is good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
sort of political knowledge.
And so since our line of inquiry, so now he's drawing us back. He's like, what we're trying to figure out is uh what is the good? That was your question, remember? The first day, the first
Yes.
time, which we
Yep.
didn't record,
Eh.
you said, what's this big good that he keeps,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's
Yep.
that's it, you know. But it's that recursive thing which you already did, man. You already got that. There are a bunch of little goods toward a big good.
Can there be even bigger
It's like
goods
an
than that good?
algorithm that's gonna keep repeating,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
you know. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, but how, like, how do we actually orient ourselves in relation to this big good, whatever it is? And it says it seeks these little goods. It is a sort of political, like, science or political knowledge. Like, if if it's true that even if you have individual accomplishment
Mm-hmm.
and success, it's still not enough.
Exactly. Not perfect.
Yeah, I mean, but think about that now. Just, you know, I know you gotta go.
No, no, no. I have until 6:30.
Well, yeah, but okay, but we're at the end of the section.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. Think about like what we're always told when we grow up: be successful, get money,
Yeah. Yes.
get a family, get a wife,
Family.
have a kid. You know.
Yep.
Now think
Every-
about that kid thing.
Yeah.
Why?
Uh,
Why are children actually important for you? What does that have to do with you? I'm not saying don't have kids. I mean, you know,
yeah, but ask the question. Exactly.
but like there's this idea of like a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word you don't have to look it up now, but it's a word worth looking up. It's an interesting word.
A legacy. Yep. I think I mentioned in the last meeting actually on Saturday. Remember we were talking about it
No.
with Aisha, and when she first came, we were
Oh, you
talking.
mean at the reading group?
Yeah, with the reading group. Yep.
Yeah.
We mentioned that to leave
Yeah,
you a
but it's
legacy. Yep.
interesting to look at where that word actually comes from
Uh,
etymologically.
I'll do it.
Yeah. It's gonna freak you out
Huh.
because it's not what you think.
Okay.
Don't look it up now. I
Yep.
mean, you can if you want.
No, it's a dessert, so it
No, that's a luxury.
is.
Legacy, Legacy.
Mm-hmm. Like a car.
Right, okay. um, so, but Aristotle seems to be, he's, he's still playing with us because he's still doing this more and less thing. And this, like, it seems to be, or apparently, right? That's,
Uh-huh.
I mean, in this sense, Irwin's translation is actually pretty good in the sense that he's he's not um, he's not skipping those details because those details are the key to whatever Aristotle is trying to talk about. Um, And you remember I asked you about the word cosmopolitan?
Yes.
All right. So
How's
now,
that literally? Yep.
all right. So just one last time, read the last section 8. Read it again.
Let's go. For even if the good is the same for a city.
Now, what if the city is cosmos?
Okay. So if the good is good for a cosmos, as for an individual. Okay. Still, the good of the cosmos is apparently seems like a greater and more
Greater and
complete.
more. He doesn't even stop. He's just like, I'll just throw in all these more. Greater, more, better.
Right. A greater and more complete. More complete. Now I cannot like unsee it, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean it makes no sense. More complete? What the hell is more complete? It makes no sense.
Exactly. More complete. That means before it was not complete then. And like
Right.
if
How
it
could
was
complete how could complete be less than complete?
right. Weird.
Mhm.
Good
It's a
to
Greek moment. See? Remember when I
uh-huh.
said remember when I said I would take notes about Greek moments for
Yep.
after we maybe before we both die we get through this test?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just making a note. Greek moment more complete.
More complete. Damn, I should learn ancient Greek, I guess, instead of Italian. More complete. Good to acquire and preserve. Damn.
Acquire. What does it mean to acquire, man? What's the Russian word for acquire?
It's long one. It's приобретать.
What?
It's
How would you if like reverse translate? So you have the Russian word acquire.
huh.
How would you translate it into English? Don't use this.
Uh-huh. Обретать. I think it's the root is would be probably like uh, to gain,
Mm-hmm.
and pre is like somehow. I mean, like just to. I think it's because my Russian sucks, and
Okay, well use your Kyrgyz.
in Kyrgyz, it's just more likely I would say to learn. Ürünü.
Yurunu means to acquire.
It's more likely to learn, but I cannot find the similar word because my Kyrgyz also sucks. My English vocabulary is richer than both languages, to be honest. So,
You're a man who's bad at 3 languages.
yeah, I got the zero language, like 0.5 is English, 0.3 Kyrgyz, 0.2 Russian. So somehow I speak in three with my friends.
I think your English is quite good.
Thank you.
So, but like acquire means like to obtain, to take. Like if I buy something, I've acquired it.
Yep.
Of course, I could acquire something by stealing it too. Like it's in my possession now.
Mm-hmm.
So I possess something. So now I have a possession and I preserve that possession
Yeah.
for me. I mean, keep reading.
Yep. For while it is satisfactory.
Satisfaction.
Uh-huh.
So let's say you steal something.
Okay.
Remember my ping pong table that I bought for the kids out here?
Yes. Yeah. This is totally.
Some bastard stole it.
Yep.
It's not very satisfying. Maybe it's satisfying for him.
But not for you.
No. But okay, so let's think of the ping pong thief, right?
Okay.
He acquired the
And
ping pong
preserving.
table. So go ahead. For a while,
For a while, it's satisfactory to acquire and preserve the good, even for an individual. It's finer
he goes
and
again. There he goes
more
again.
divine
More divine.
to
How could divine? Well, first we're talking about more complete. Now we're talking about more divine. How do you get more divine than divine?
exactly
It's ridiculous. But
to
keep going.
Yep, more divine to acquire and preserve it for a people and for cities.
Ah, now,
Okay.
now think about it. Why did I acquire? Why did I buy and acquire the ping pong table? Was it for myself?
No, it was for the city or for the kids, for the
It was
yep.
yeah. It was for the larger community, right?
Yeah.
That's it. So when the fucker stole it, it was just for himself.
Yep.
But that means maybe he made a mistake ethically. Not because there's some rule that says he made a mistake.
Like a law.
Yeah, not because he broke a law or something,
Uh-huh.
but because the reason why he did it was for himself and not for the larger community. That's why it's ethically wrong.
So he was selfish, right?
Yeah. So for
Uh,
while it is satisfactory to acquire and preserve the good, even for an individual, it is finer and more divine to acquire and preserve it for a people and for cities. So, in other words, never mind the law or breaking the law. If we're talking, because remember, what is this text is about ethics, right?
yep.
So why is something better or worse to
It
do?
is just it, right? It's just better.
If I do it for myself,
It sucks. It's less divine.
it's there you go. Now you caught it. Now you caught it. You got it. According to Aristotle, it's less divine to do it for yourself than it is to do it for the city. And if you're cosmopolitan,
It's if it's yep, cosmology. Yep.
your city is the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
Now just read the last line.
And
That's
so, since our line of inquiry seeks these, I'm not reading the inside one.
mm-hmm.
It's a sort of political science.
So you see, when he says it's a sort of political science,
It's the top of the top, right?
yeah, it's like there's some higher good, right? Like when I bought a ping pong table, I didn't buy it for me. I bought it for the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
The community, the the little polis. So when we try to figure out so the challenging question is the dude who stole the ping pong table.
Uh-huh.
It's not that he's evil. It's that he maybe didn't understand why he wants what he wants.
Damn. I'm gonna quote it. He he doesn't understand why he wants it. Right.
Do you see it now? Are you starting to see it?
Yeah, that makes
And in the same way, the fish is like, what the hell is water?
sense. What the fuck? Yep.
In the same way, we have to ask ourselves, wait, why do I actually want the things that I want? And Aristotle seems to be kind of pushing us in a direction of like, these things that we want, they're just little things, but there's a bigger thing. Are you starting to get it a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking scary, right?
It is like, what
Scares
do
the
I
shit
ask?
out of me. It's like, why am I, what, you know, freaks me out. It's like, I was raised in a capitalist, I'm an American white dude. Like, my whole job is just to be individualistic and selfish and, you know,
Uh-huh.
make money and be successful. Yeah, but okay, that dream got destroyed when I was like 10. Because I started thinking about it, I was like, wait, what does any of this mean?
Right.
You know?
Meanwhile, I was like kind of on TV. I was told to be like you, like the American being
No, you are.
individualist.
No, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
I, I mean, don't, it's not that thing that I was taught
Uh-huh.
is the same thing that you've been taught. Just
Right.
maybe with a little, a little different language or a little different, spice.
Context.
Yeah. But it's the same thing, like go be successful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Build a house.
Yeah,
Have a
get a
son.
home, get a wife,
Have a
have kids.
son. Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
So what Aristotle's see how quick he does this? If you just let him, like if you just slow down, if we just slow down and see the way he's pushing us, he's saying these things that we want, why do we want them? And he's saying maybe it seems maybe it's for political this not politics but like because of a larger sense of community.
Mm-hmm. Paul.
So then look at the next section that this is where we'll start next time.
Now it's the how question, I guess, the method of political science.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting my answers somehow, I guess.
Well, I don't know about answers, but
Good luck.
but it is a good, it I'm not, I've told you many times, or I've told my students many times, like, I'm just another student in the room,
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me uncomfortable too. Like, I'm not, it's not like, oh, Dr. Dwayne making Bakyuti uncomfortable. Like, it makes me uncomfortable too when I read this. I'm like, wait, why do I want what I want? And Aristotle's giving me a challenge, like, maybe you don't,
Actually wanted.
yeah. However, I will say, that website, my text-based website,
Mm-hmm.
there's a paper up there about political inadvertency.
Political what?
Political inadvertency, Wittgenstein and political inadvertency. Well,
Okay.
we can talk about it another time, but it's related. Anyway, the point is like, it's this challenge, like, why do I want what I want? Where does that desire come from?
Right.
And Aristotle, it like we like what people will say is like, well, I was taught this way, or it's my culture taught me this thing, you know?
Yes, it's so irresponsible, I think, to say that in some sense.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, no, but I mean, it could be legit. I don't know. But Aristotle seems to be trying to push for this idea that there's some kind of bigger thing that we all want. We just don't know that we want it because we keep focusing on the littler thing. But which do you follow me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then that raises the question, well, how do we get this bigger thing if we don't focus on the little thing?
And what is the big thing actually is?
Yeah, what's that good?
Like,
And that's where we are. See,
yeah.
of these, it is a sort of political science. A sort of political science. Now, you should know by now that when he says a sort of political, that's a weird thing to say. What? Because now that that should immediately um, make you realize that when we read political science in Aristotle, he's not talking the subject at university.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about knowledge of belonging to a human community.
I'm writing it down.
It
Of
is a
belong.
sort of community knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So when that thief stole my ping pong table, his selfishness was, according to Aristotle, still somehow for the greater good. And and you know that expression, the greater good, right?
Yeah.
It's easy. You know it. You've heard it a thousand times. The greater good. Have you
The
ever thought
good.
about think about it in Aristotelian terms?
Yes, like greater good. Like,
There you
yeah.
go. Now
I
wait a second. There's a good and now it's greater?
like, yeah, who is
Greater
bigger
than
now?
what?
Yeah.
Greater than my good?
You, then what's the smallest good then? Why do you? Yeah.
You're tapping in, brother. You're tapping in. I'm not saying I know. Like this is uh I think it was either Ibn Sina or Ibn Rushd who said um, he read Aristotle's Metaphysics like 40 times,
Mm-hmm.
and after the 40th time, he felt he started to understand it.
Damn.
So, you know, you got to be patient. We have to be patient with ourselves. So it's okay to go slow.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? Have fun?
I love it. I love it. I can spend my whole life actually reading this book, I guess. I'm fine
Yeah.
with
Well, yeah, actually, you might.
it.
You and me both, brother.
Hope I'll reach the greater good. Like greater understanding.
It's funny that so many people say, "Oh, the greater good." They use it like they know what it means, but when you think about it, it's like, what the hell does that mean?
Yes, like come on, you
But see,
do.
but dude, that's the real meaning behind the whole fish and water thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the way in which we we are swimming in phrases like the greater good, and we use them and we mean them sincerely. That's the scary part, is that we're sincere, but we never think about
What do we mean?
right.
What do we actually mean?
Yeah, and what are
What-
we talking about? You
yeah,
know,
damn, language is dangerous again.
it is, it is, but couldn't live without it.
Yeah,
All right, brother. I think that's good for today. What do you think?
yeah, I love that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. So, are you? I'll keep using that thumbnail. I don't
What's
know.
that?
The picture of you and me.
Oh, sure, sure. You can use any picture of me, like all free, or you only post on the whole YouTube. So I'm fine. Well, actually, we had another picture in a class. You remember? We took it. We both look nice, I guess.
But well, if you still have it, you can send it.
I lost my phone, remember? So-
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I figured.
Oh, actually, I can look on my email. I think I have.
All right,
It was in our old email.
you can send it, and I don't know.
Yep. All right. Thank you, sir. Can't wait when you're gonna upload this video. I wanna rewatch it again.
Yeah, good. All right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. Enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.